The following is a special presentation of MRUno Division 1 Super League 2025. Laraujo, Cesar. Desperation and Control. For the control side, it's the Canadian Crusade, Laraujo. He's been a menace so far. 6 points, a lot of momentum, and now just one game, one winner tie away from moving on to the round 12. But he goes against a guy that has had nothing but hard luck. Sitting at a minus 10 GD, shutout against Gon 7-1, and no luck against Nick. Cesar has one thing in mind. Winning. And winning fast. It's been a downhill spiral for Cesar. And an uphill climb for Lara. But the climb is starting to reach the summit, the top of the mountain, while Cesar's at the bottom of the mountain and the bottom of the base cliffs, looking for anything to go right. In a world full of aggression, Lara is patient, slow and steady, while Cesar has been aggressive and uber sensitive to any moves so far. As the trains and the cars start to move, and the bypasses go quicker, there's only one answer left. Will it be the control of Lara or the desperation of Cesar? Because in week 4, only one thing matters. Win or go home. Desperation and clinch scenarios. Canada versus Brazil. North versus South America. And it starts now on MRUno.
Final match for week 4 of 2025 Super League is about to commence here on the MRUno channel. Hello everyone and welcome back to MRUno. I'm your host G-Man. We have Group A action wrapping up here between number 11 overall seed Lara versus number 14 overall seed Cesar. Some decent stakes in this match. Lara looking to advance into the next round, secure their spot into the bracket phase, while Cesar is in a bit of desperation mode here, as he has not gotten off to the start he was hoping for and is now one loss away from being eliminated from Super League, so he'll be looking to avoid that today. Let's go into the standings here as we go through week 4. As you can see, Gon has advanced, got the win over Nick to secure his spot into the bracket phase, gets 9 points in the groups, good enough to make it out. And then Lara looking to also join Gon in the 9-point group, but also just needs 1 point to lock their spot up into the next round. That is all they will need to do that, and being able to get this result against Cesar, whether it be a tie or a win, is all they will need, as they also have match day 5 to potentially secure their spot anyway. So Lara's looking to be in a pretty good spot. And then we go to the bottom 3 here: Nick, Brad, Cesar. Brad's on bye this week. Got the result he was hoping for with Nick with the loss. So now he has a better chance of making it out, although it's still not a guarantee. Still is going to have to put some of the work in. And then for Cesar, I mean, it's not looking too good. I mean, a tie technically does not eliminate him from contention, but it will be incredibly difficult from that point, especially with the -10 game differential, which is not helping his case. So we'll see how this one all plays out, but let's take a look at the stakes again. Again, Lara advances with a win draw. Cesar will avoid elimination with a win. Technically, he avoids elimination with a tie too, but I mean, at that point, the odds are so incredibly low that he's basically done for. It would take a complete miracle to make it out, which based off what would need to happen, it's very unlikely to occur. So those are the stakes for this match here, and then again, we'll look at the schedule here. Yeah, the last match of week 4, and then we go into the final week of the group phase. Got some interesting matchups here. Nick, Lara. So Lara playing two players who need to get a result against them to help their chance of advancement. Nick, I believe, only needs a tie though in that one, to advance, since they are 3 points ahead of, um, 3 points ahead of Brad. But also at the same time, if Caesar wins, then the scenario will change, and then Caesar and Brad play each other. That one, that will be an interesting one, because that's two players who are currently below the cut line and will be below the cut line after this week. So they will be both fighting to keep their chances alive or potentially take each other out. With them, we'll see. And then for Group B, Acosta already advanced. Will play Varigold, who is looking to get a win there and secure their spot. And then Monkey in background. Monkey also has advanced, and background looking to at least get a tie in that one. That will lock his spot into the group bracket phase. So we're gonna see how this one all plays out here, and we'll go into the stream here. I am joined by no one, unfortunately. We do not have a co-commentator for this one, unfortunately, but um, we'll just go to the players on this one. I will be solo commentating on this. We will start with Lara, who is in the VC. Caesar, you may have saw it there. I had a pre-typed question for them. Unfortunately, having some issues with Discord and joining the call, so may have to just type that one out. But for Lara, going with you, it's been a good start for you. I mean, you have 2 wins on your playoff resume so far, and even just a tie here will get you through. Your thoughts on how Super League has been for you so far, and just kind of coming into this matchup, um, what you're hoping and expecting here as you look to lock your spot into the bracket phase, one match day early.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Uh, Caesar, even though he's down 2 points, I gotta still bring my A game because he's still hungry for a win. So, gotta keep my guard up.
All right, dude, gotta keep your guard up. Gotta make sure you are always trying to keep yourself safe from any potential danger or risks on the table here. So we'll see how that one plays out for Caesar. We just sent him his question. You do enter in a tough hole heading into this match. Name of the game at this point is essentially when you're in. How do you adjust going into this match compared to your prior two, knowing that this is a more pressure-based match to get the win here? So we'll see what he has to say on this one. Again, not been the start that Caesar has been hoping for. Had the week 1 bye, but then since then just has not really been able to do much. 5-3 loss to Nick, and then a brutal 7-1 loss to Gone. Flashbacks to the 2014 World Cup. Cruel irony on that one, but looking to get a good result here and get a good bounce back. That will keep his chances pretty alive and well. Again, if he gets a tie, he still technically is in the running, but the chances are so astronomically low that it may not even be worth it. So we'll see what he has to say here, and then we'll get this thing rolling. Okay, he's gonna take this one. All right, here we go. Try my best. Clearly, the odds are all against me, and my back is against the wall. As long as I can dream, there is hope. All right, so hope and a prayer from Caesar. We will see if it comes true. Let's get things rolling here. Nam will be our ref. The first half call, I believe, from the coin flip. I'm not quite sure who it is. That's also we probably need to get the game initialized, so that would be good. Thank you, Nam. I probably should have mentioned that earlier, so that's kind of on me. But yeah, best of 8, no power plays, of course, and Caesar will start out. So Caesar looking to get off to a hot start here, which is what he could need. But I mean, if this homestand goes wrong, this could make it even harder to get out of it. So we'll see how this one goes. It's gonna be Caesar's call for game 1 here, and there's Caesar. There we go. Caesar in the call. Thankfully, Discord is no longer being a pain, so should be all set there. Caesar with the game 1 call. And we'll see what he does here as he looks to get off to a hot start. Alright, gonna open up with 9. So, gonna go with that mid-range here. Don't want to go too high yet, but, you know, starting out a little bit higher than the OG, not a pretty good idea in general, but, alright, we are underway here as my Dropbox is giving me a notification of low space, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye out on that one. I'm probably getting a new hard drive soon, so hopefully that will not be an issue going forward, but we are underway with the yellow 2. Also, someone wave. That was red. Alright, red's here. So red will be giving his general blessings, of course, for the color red. Red will be in D1 next season, so we'll see some more of him in 2026. But Cesar with a double to start off, yellow reverse, yellow 5. I'm going to make a bit of a gap here, and he will get that gap as Lara only plays in numbers, so early lead for Cesar. I mean, I guess the question really is going to be how much will he be able to do with this? Can he keep running yellow, or does he need to switch off soon? We'll see. But, ooh, that is a switch off. That's an early wild. Gonna go in the red. Will Lara be fine with that, or are they going to have something to say about it? Also, that is the red, so, red will be, yep, there it is. There's the red good luck. He has a purple, has a purple roll. I just realized that. But yeah, it's gonna be Lara's turn here. We'll see how they respond. They are taking a second on this one. Again, we'll see how this one goes. But I mean, it's kind of just taking their time here, taking in the early wild. Yeah, Cesar is going with the Deppen strat. Lara just going with the mute here. Yeah, this is kind of where it gets a little difficult when it's a solo commentary, especially when you have these long pauses like this. It's especially early on, it's a bit tough to kind of break it all down. I have it on my phone here. I'm gonna quickly look at the standings here again. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing for Caesar here is he's really gonna want to try to make up that -10 game differential here, so a win here is going to be big, but I mean, if he can win big, that's going to be a big help too. Best he can do for now is -2, although I highly doubt that's going to happen. We have not seen a single sweep so far, and I don't think we will because of the best of 8. But yeah, I mean, it's not been the best start for Caesar, but still has a shot. Brad hoping for nothing too chaotic here. I mean, for Brad, at this point, this result doesn't matter. It's just he needs to beat Cesar next week. That's all he will do. Alright, there we go. Lara has played, and it's going to be a red 7. So, I'm assuming they had to go do something. But, yeah, now we are rolling with the reds here. Yeah, okay. I figured. But yeah, Caesar went the red 3, and Lara is out only 1 red for Lara, so Caesar looking to take advantage here. Try to get maybe an early game win here. I mean, he is typing a bit, so maybe a bit of a run's coming. No, it's gonna be just a red 5. But yeah, I mean, Caesar has been running plan A so far, which, I mean, again, for him, he wants to get out to an early lead here because he really needs this win here. So we'll see what happens. We get our first ditto here with the double red 5. Does Caesar like that, or is he gonna want something else out of that? Based off the type, I think he is. +4 plus skip, and that's it. Alright, so game 1 goes to Caesar on that one. I mean, the time was a little bit misleading on that one. But yeah, I mean, Caesar, plan A, I mean, I think that's a pretty solid hand to start out. You get a wild in a +4, and then you got that good run with the skips. I mean, any comments? Yeah, nothing much to say, fair enough. Lara, any comments, or is that just kind of like nothing else you could do?
I don't really have anything.
Alright, fair enough. Let's just jump to game 2 here. Still going to be Caesar's call, just no 9. Caesar taking a second to think on this one. 10. All right, gonna go 1 up. I think that's wise. The 9 worked pretty well there. Was a plan A, but you know it did work well. If you kind of get that string together, it could be a good start here. Because I mean, again, for Caesar, really wants to get off to a good start here with the homestand. But blue 3 this time is going to be the opener. Taking a second to compile the hands here, figure out what he will need to get his way to the end. Yeah, blue 3, and now we go to blue 7. So I do want to check something also. No, okay, the first game was a yellow 2 start. So technically we went 1 up on the number, but not much else correlation beyond that. Alright, then we get Nom's color, the ref, and we also stay with blue. It's kind of what we've been rolling with so far. Again, Caesar looking to just kind of roll with this. He switches to yellow. Looks to be done with blue for now. Lara's just gonna follow. There is no okay, well mobile just only showed me Caesar, not Lara, but okay, anyways. Not really any gap so far. Both are just kind of playing the numbers here. They're gonna continue doing that, so that's 3 turns straight for both with just numbers. We'll see if when the ammo starts coming out here. It's gonna be another switch from Caesar, though he goes in the red. And I believe that's the second ditto, and both were on red 5, so that is quite the coincidence. I mean, it's dittoception, you could say ditto squared. And unfortunately, that ditto this time will not work out for Caesar. But it will work out for Lara. Keeps running with the red. I am curious on that one, though, because I'm wondering if that was a top deck +4. That could be big for Caesar, because I'm wondering on that one, because it was Caesar who did the red 5 switch. I'm wondering if he was expecting a counter there and then just never got it, because I mean he immediately drew after that. So I mean that +4 gives him a little bit more life, and Lara is out on green, so not a good sign for them. Mobile is horribly glitchy right now. At least the stream is fine, so that's really all that matters. But yeah, Caesar down to 5. And now down to 2. I mean, +2 there. A lot of green. Plays his own card as well. And I mean, again, looking to go up 2-0 here. We'll see if he can run green to the end, though. That is the question. Or if he needs another color to finish. There did just draw on this green here, but I mean, 2 more cards added. Do they draw again? Do they have a wild of any sort? Do they want to play it safe? It's a lot of questions being thrown around here. We'll see what the response ultimately will be. It's 3:35 on the clock. Alright, Lara either thinking about it or went AFK again. We shall see. Hmm. Alright, so Lara with the response here. Will they have something big? Will it be something modest? Will they be potentially banking on no more green for Caesar? We'll see. I did see them typing. They have stopped. They go again. Lara is muted also. Lara's muted, so I actually can be more free on elaborating stuff. So, okay, so for Caesar right now, just ran a big green run, and I don't know if I love that play specifically from Lara. I mean, Blue Wild. We haven't seen that color in a while. So I don't know if that's necessarily something I love, especially with Caesar having some draws. So I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that, although I think for Lara did need to consider doing something here. Yeah, and then Caesar gets the blue 6 for Uno, and I mean for Lara, in my opinion, if you're going for the risk, you gotta stay committed to it. I think light switching here is a terrible idea. You just gotta stay committed to the blue here. I guess for Lara now, it's just a thinking if the last color is blue, but again, I mean that's the decision. Lara made the decision to go to blue. I think it's will be a poor choice to color switch again. I'm interested. I'm surprised they did not go to the red though, because that was where Caesar drew. So I'm not sure about that one. Lara is taking a second to think on this one because thought the blue wild would work to stall out, but apparently it didn't. All right, gonna stick with it. I think that's the call you have to make at this point, and that's why. So Caesar only with one blue, and he does not have the finish there. That's why you gotta stick with the call there, because even if it doesn't look good, if you color switch again and they finish, then you kind of look foolish. Because you pretty much just gave them the finish on wilds potentially, but yeah, all right. So blue 4. Caesar looking for a top deck here. He just got it. Yeah. Yellow was the other color, so yeah. Unfortunately, did not get the right color. I mean, ironically, staying green would have been the best course of action for Lara there, but yeah, Caesar gets the famous +4 top deck there to go up 2-0. Of course, the classic GIF. Yeah, Caesar. I mean, you kind of ran that one down. I do have to ask, was that your second top deck +4 of the game? Because we saw you draw on red earlier, then immediately play a green +4, or was that something where you wanted to get a better connection there? I believe that's also that's 3-0 on the +4s for Caesar also, so those are coming in clutch right now, early on. +4 off the initial draw. Okay, so that I'm assuming that draw was just kind of get a better connection then. But yeah. Yeah. Lara, 2-0 down, not the best start for you, but any takeaways after that? Obviously there's not really much you could do in terms of the +4 top deck, but anything you feel maybe you could adjust going into game 3, or just kind of rolling with the game plan?
I guess I gotta weigh the odds of what he has a little bit more.
All right. Well, with that, we'll go to game 3 here. Caesar off to a good start here. No 9, no 10. Will he go up to 11? Will he change it up a bit? We will see. But we'll see what the call is as he looks to go up 3-0 and put himself in a good spot. All right, he is going to change it up a little bit. Going to go 2 up this time. Going to go 12. Ooh, we got a special card start here. Yellow skip here. We'll see if Caesar decides to get something going on this. All right, so not gonna go for it. Yellow 9. But it does stay with the color though, which Caesar has been doing. Lara has gone back to undeafened here, so let's see. Right, yeah, running yellow right now. So we go from the top to bottom there with the 9-0. it's been a little bit of a slower pace. At times it fluctuates a little bit, but I think overall pace is more relaxed here. No one trying to make any antsy moves. But I mean, I don't think there's really been a lot of cards played in general. I mean, Lara has only played 11 cards, and Cesar's only 21, so that's not very high for 2 games. But yeah, we'll see how this one unfolds here. Cesar is taking a second on this. Alright, gonna stay with yellow, yellow 4. I'll see if Lara keeps it yellow or it goes for a switch. They are typing, so they are getting ready to make their play. It's gonna be a double, so that will give him the possession arrow lead, and it also stays on yellow. And there's the switch there, so Cesar gonna initiate the switch and we go to green. Yeah, but now Lara goes with the green 7. And Cesar actually with another switch, doing some light switching here, now goes in the blue. We'll see if he runs this. I mean, I think there's only been one self-draw from Cesar so far, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, no, 2. There's only been 4 self-draws in this entire series so far, as Cesar goes with the triple play. So again, a lot of just running down the cards here, with very minimal draws in between. Lara typing, looking to try to make a response out of that. Ooh, and they're gonna go for the wild red here, so we have not seen red so far, so that's gonna be Pandora's. Is this what Cesar needs though? It's immediate slap in the face here as he goes down to 3 and can't Lara 2 more cards. Lara just gonna run with the numbers here. Cesar looking to get another plan A win, which I think with their spot at the moment they will take. Both are mute deafen now. So Cesar could be close. Could this red switch be what cost Lara? No. Cesar is out at 2. But again, in that territory where that top deck could be dangerous, we saw in game 2 that top deck +4 happened. So Cesar is still in a good spot here, despite having a second draw in a row. I will say that Lara has cut the gap considerably here, as Lara's down to 5, looking to make it 4 or less. Lara's typing it out here. Maybe a run potentially. We'll see. I mean, we've seen these long types, and then it ultimately ends up being like a number, so can't really tell what it ends up being. But I mean, a game win here will be helpful for Lara to bring it back a little bit, and at least assure they still have a shot at the win going into their homestand. I think for Cesar, and that is, oh no, oh no, that is. It's not their turn. It's not their turn anymore. +4, green reverse. The blue reverse did not go. I'm wondering if it was the way it was done, because these were in the same. They were in the same message. Okay, well, it's not gonna matter ultimately. Um, yeah, it was in the same message. Oh no, did Caesar actually have a chance to respond and he didn't realize it? Oh no, that could be a costly mistake there on top of the mistake from Lara. Uh, well, wait, how many cards does I mean, it won't matter here because I mean, Lara has a +4 and a blue reverse now, so it's not gonna matter. So Lara's gonna win, barring another catastrophic typing mistake. Yeah, there we go. All right, weird ending on that one, but Lara gets it done. Double +4 on that. Yeah, I mean Lara getting the win there, and another game where we didn't really see too many draws. But yeah, I mean Lara, you're on the board now. After a tough 2 games here. How are you feeling after that one?
Pretty good. Things just worked out.
Yeah, I mean again there was the slight mistake there. I don't know why specifically it did the way it did, but I think the them in the same message definitely did not help with that, but ultimately did not matter. Caesar seemingly lacking on the ammo towards the end there, especially with that +4 thrown down. So ultimately got away with that one. Caesar, drop a game here. You're still up 2-1. Your thoughts here as you look to make it 3-1 rather than 2-2 in this final home game match. Caesar will ask that one again. I'm not sure if you caught that. Just kind of any comments going into your last home game for this first half as you look to make it 3-1 rather than 2-2. Critical game, must win now. I would agree with that because I think with the position Caesar's in, it's he really wants a win here. Because I mean, even though a tie does not necessarily eliminate him, it would make the odds astronomically low. So at that point, it's like you're pretty much eliminated. But yeah, I mean, for Caesar wants to get the 5 wins here to keep himself in a healthy chance to stay alive in it. But anyways, it'll be the last call for Caesar here. 12 did not work out there, so only 9 and 10 are off the table still. Let's see what Caesar decides to go with here. I am curious about what the call will be on this one. Probably, yeah. I mean, that's probably why because I was mentioning the no ampersand. That's probably why it caused that because they thought it was the same command. All right, Caesar's gonna go down actually, so he's gonna go to 8 here. Didn't like the 12, so gonna try to keep it connected here. Yellow 1 will start it out. Caesar looking to get this one to make it 3-1 here going into the second half. Game 4 now. Yellow reverse yellow 3, so that's a similar start to game 1 here, so it could be a good sign for Caesar. Not quite the same card though, because it was I believe it was the yellow 2 that started, so 1 down from the game 1 start. But Lara gonna be able to play the yellow here. Caesar's out on yellow though, only had that double, and now he's gonna have to draw. And Lara's out also, so not really strong on the yellow to start this one. We may have our potentially our first actual draw city here. Yeah, looks like it. So both out on the yellow here and no 7s as well. Alright, so Draw City keeps on going here. Uh, we'll see how long this goes. I mean, this is really gonna bring the card total up here. So this is the first prolonged Draw City we have seen in this series so far, and it happens at the start of Game 4. Man, no yellow cards from either player. It's really not looking great right now for the yellows. Still drawing. And there we go. Cesar finally breaks the deadlock here with a +2 and plays the 5, but we are still on yellow here, so I think both looking for a switch still. Lara is still got no yellow here. Cesar is still drawing here. Lara is at 17, so they are getting close to 20. 18. Charles still coming out. And that's crazy if Lara still does not have any yellows at this point. Alright, finally gets the breakout, and we are done with the Draw City for now. There it goes up to 18 cards before they can finally get a playoff. Brutal. Cesar is at 13. They're now both looking to run a 3-color game here. Blue versus blue 9. Alright, we are now underway here as both run with the blue, and this is pretty much going to be a 3-color game from this point forward. Yeah, I mean, really drawn out Draw City there as we start with 8 and then ultimately go up to, I mean, 18 and 13 respectively. I mean, really drawn out there, so. But yeah, now we're running blue. I could see some light switching here and there, but I think we're kind of going to stay with our blue, red, green trifecta for a good while. Another +2 from Cesar. Cesar's been able to find those +2s on that Draw City, and he is slowly extending his gap here. I'm really not sure if Lara's going to have anything to respond back or if they're holding it. Alright, blue +2 and the blue 6. And now we got the green 6 here. Alright, green 9. Alright, green 10 next. So, okay, so again, we're just kind of running the numbers now for the Draw City. I mean, Lara had the other blue +2, so that kind of cuts the gap a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, still a bit behind here. As we get Ditto, actually. So, green 2 Ditto. I will throw that one on. Yeah, but again, these games, there's not really been any games that have been, like, super quick. I wouldn't say these games have gone long, but it's like everything's been at least 5 minutes or so. I'm pretty sure. I could check. I could just quickly check that. Yeah, everything's been at least 5 minutes. So these have not been like quick games, but I wouldn't say they're long either. It's kind of like it's like short-ish, like the ish highly emphasized. We do get a switch into red here, but that's actually going to open the door for a 3-card run for Lara, who is continuing to close this gap. Alright, Cesar looking to keep it rolling here. Take a second on that one. I'm gonna have a double play here to go down to 6. And that's going to open the door for Lara to actually do the switch into green. That's actually no, a crossover in the blue. Cesar doesn't want it. Cesar's going to go in the blue here, as he looks to keep this rolling, and he is now light switching all over the place here. Green, we saw red here, we saw blue, now we're back to red, and then Lara comes back to blue. That's double blue 8 from Lara. Does Cesar have the option here, or is it going to be a draw? We're going to have to find out. This has been a bit of a crazy sequence of turns here. Both really trying to run this this 8 specifically. A +4 from Cesar is going to completely break that one up, and we go into red. Does that potentially open the blue option for Lara? We will see. So Lara still has a lot of cards here. They've been doing some runs here, but they have not played a single wild or wild +4 yet. We'll see if one of those comes out potentially, if they have it. And again, Cesar really wanting that red here. We'll see if there maybe he wants a bit of a fake out, maybe a bit of a fake out potentially, or if he's just trying to run red and keep it pure. Lara with another wild, and Lara goes to yellow, and it's gonna work. Have not seen yellow since that long draw city, and Lara now actually has some yellow to play. Cesar with nothing though. Wow, Lara with a lot of yellow here. I'm wondering how much of this they ended up picking up along the way and just ended up not playing. Yeah, I was thinking going up to 18 without any yellows is pretty crazy, but it seems they had some yellow in the back pocket, but switch to red from Cesar here is going to break that one up, and Lara is now out on red. Cesar down to 4, looking to make it 3, make that 2, +2, +2 has been played, and Lara with 11 cards now. Switch to blue. Cesar has not liked this blue here. Will this one work out? No, it's a crossover the red. Had the double red 4. Had it covered. Can Cesar go up 3-1 here? Crossover into green. Will this be a fatal switch, or is this the ice that Lara needs? It is the ice Lara needs. Good play there. Lara keeps themselves alive in this game. Still in top deck territory from Cesar, though. Lara's got to be careful about that one. Lara looking to strike here. Taking a second to type 10 minutes on the clock. This is the longest game so far. Both have been going back. Both have been kind of throwing cards back and forth here. Cesar has maintained the lead for a majority of this game, but Lara is looking to close the gap here in these last few minutes. And they're going to self-ditto here, so that's going to try to force another draw from Cesar. It will. Alright, well, another draw from Cesar here. Lara looking to make the response. Lara typing something up here. Could be big if they could tie it up 2-2. Well, we got a 3-card run here, double green reverse, and we go into the green 0, so, you know, not looking too bad here. Ties it, and Cesar has drawn, so Lara has now taken the lead for, I believe, the first time in this series. And uses the 0 to switch into yellow now. And Cesar is still out. Still drawing back. Stuck on 2 color, but Lara is now on a roll. Cesar, still nothing. Can Lara get the win here? No, Lara is out with 2 cards left. And now we are stuck on Draw City again with the yellow. Oh man, we drew a long time on this one to start this game off, and now we are back on the yellow. Gets a top deck, yellow 3, for Lara looking to get out of here as quickly as they can. Does Cesar have the escape here? He is typing. +2 and draw, so leaves it open. So had the +2. Lara's up to 5, Cesar up to 9. We'll see if Lara has response here. Do they have another +2 to potentially stack on top of that one to get out of yellow? They do, and they have Cesar's own card in the green. Cesar up to 13, Lara down to 3. And we are now in green here, and Cesar could be in trouble. Green 3 only has that right now. Not gonna try to go for any potential +4 or +2 plays right now. Green 6 from Lara. They are looking to keep this one rolling and get this game win to tie it up 2 apiece. Switch to red from Cesar. Look at the block. Does Lara have Uno here? Is this a fatal switch? No, it is not a fatal switch. It's a good ice. No red from Lara. Cesar looking to work with this. "14 minutes on the game clock here. This has been a long one. We are keeping it rolling with the red. Another draw from Lara. It is agonizing for them. They were so close, and now they have to keep drawing back as Cesar is now on the run. Another draw from Lara. No reds to be found. And Caesar's gonna break it off from the red here and goes in the blue. Does this free up Lara here? I would think so. It will. Goes in the blue. Goes in with the blue 5. They are still in the lead at the moment here, but Cesar looks to be in control color-wise. And a 3-card run here is really going to cut that gap down. I mean, it's now 5-4 here. Mentioned it with the control. I felt Cesar was in control here. And Lara is now out. So Cesar looking to take this lead here, which he will, and is looking to keep things rolling. Make it 3-1. Really was a back and forth. One side was super far ahead and then super far behind, and then it flip-flops all over the place as Cesar is now out on blue. Man, there has just been no connections from either of these players here. And this game is going to keep on continuing here as we continue with the draw cities. I mean, well, and then now we can look at the card history here. There's been so few +4s in Wilds played. There's still 3 of each left. So I have no idea where those cards are at the moment. In terms of the +2, there's only 2 +2s left. Reverses are really low. Only 1 reverse left, and that's 2 reverses left. Actually, my mistake. 1 on red, 1 on yellow. Still a good amount of skips left though. So we're gonna have to see how this one rolls. But it's been a long one, to say the least. Again, Cesar said it was a critical game here. I think both players feel that. Big difference between 3-1 and 2-2. So we continue the draws. And I'm really wondering where these wilds stack up here because we still have 3 of each. Draw City continuing on. Caesar at 9, Lara at 11. We are really stacking the deck back up now. Draw City continuing on. 17 minutes. No blues to be found. And Caesar's going to break it up with the second wild of the game and goes into yellow, which has been such a curse before, but with how little we have seen it played, it may be something that opens up here. And there's been no 4s, no 6s, no 9s on the yellow at all. And a few straights here and there with 5, 7, 8. And then no skips either. So there's still a lot of playing room left on yellow. I also gotta wonder who has the +4s right now. Are all three still in the deck? I really don't know. But yellow 8 from Lara, gonna be able to play it. Caesar is in the lead at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling with the yellow numbers here on this one. Got a ditto on the yellow 9. Yeah, we're just kind of rolling the numbers here. I mean, this won't be to the finish, of course, because not enough numbers for that to be possible, but I really think for both looking for some sort of switch to the green or the red here, because I mean the blue has been really dried up here. Yeah, I mean there's still ones left on the table for there's still 1s and 7s for blue, but I mean a lot of those cards have been used up. Well, Lara is typing up something here. Big old thing. It's 11 cards for Lara. Hasn't been a lot of ammo on the yellow besides the +2s being used up. And Lara's gonna switch to green, so we're out of yellow now. And in the green. Just past 20 minutes on the clock. And no, Caesar wants to stay on yellow here, so crossover back into yellow. I'm curious if either player are using the card history here, because this is really where this comes into play. Yellow 6. And then we get another ditto here, so we are still able to roll in yellow here. Maybe Lara was hoping for a cross back, actually. Maybe just kind of get a bit of a early play here on that one. Surely this is not really going to be good for Lara if they have to draw on this yellow here, because we are really running out on yellow. Oh man, yellow skip, green skip, and then green 5. So maybe that was the reason they wanted the green here, to maybe just lead that into some sort of run, as Lara has now tied it, and both are at 6 here, and prolonged wonder of where the +4s are is really starting to increase here, because you have to imagine at least one of them is in someone's hand. Green 8 from Caesar. Lara looking to keep it going on the green. and the green 1 from Lara. So now it's looking like for both, it's game of the greens here. Both are running it down. We could be close to the end here. Could have a lot to say on this one after this game. But yeah, I mean, for both, it's really just kind of been a back and forth, and now we're kind of looking to be close to the end game here. +2, Lara uses Caesar's own card here. Takes the lead on that one. Caesar up to 6, Lara down to 3. And there's the +4. There's one of them. +4 from Caesar. Gonna go back down to 4. Lara up to 7. So one of the +4s has been used. We're looking to see where the other two are. I believe there's another wild also in the mix as well. Alright, well, actually a double from Lara on the red here is going to close that gap a little bit, but Caesar is still in the lead. Caesar with the red 5, and I mean, again, there's still 2 +4s left for Caesar. If he has that second one, this could be massive, but for Lara, if they have one, it's when do you use it? Do you use it for a finish? Do you use it to play defense? Do you worry Caesar has the other one? It's really going to be the big question here. Kind of how this goes when there's at least 2 left. Switch into yellow. Is there a response from Caesar? There is. Switch over the red with the red 5, had the double. Does that open the door for Lara? 24 minutes. I really think we are close to the end here. Red 8 from Lara. Does Caesar have one of those +4s left? Had the first one. He will have a second, so that will be it. 24 minutes, 16 seconds on that one. Really long game on that, and it's ultimately going to go to Caesar there. Caesar, I mean, there were points where you were really far behind in that game, and then it went back and forth and back and forth. I was talking about how there being 3 +4s left in the deck was really going to be something that was going to play a factor towards the end of this one, and you had 2 of them. Just kind of your general comments, how you were feeling throughout that one, especially those long drawn out draw cities where at points it definitely felt like both of you really had nothing to work with here, and you were just hoping for the best on that. Yeah, again, really long one, but it ultimately goes Caesar's way, which was very much needed on his end. We'll see what he has to say here. While he's typing that, oh, never mind. I had a +4 from way early, but I saved it because I didn't see any connectors for the win. Alright, so Caesar was holding on to that one for a while. But ultimately Lara just kind of blocked him over and over. But Lara, just kind of your comments and feelings on losing a game like that. It goes 24 minutes. You were close at times, but ultimately you just could not find the connections to finish it. Any comments
It was actually
here?
pretty close. Before we ran into the big draw city in the middle, I was actually close to winning. And on the last turn there, I could have won the turn after. So it was very close, yeah.
Did you have the fourth and final +4?
I did have one more +4, yes.
You did, okay. All right, just your thoughts here as it's 3-1 down, but you now take the homestand as we go into the second half.
I feel pretty good.
All right, feeling pretty good. I'm not sure what that was, but we'll keep it going as we jump into game 5. Actually, I think that was a screw. Hold on. Yes, it was. Okay, I'm gonna have to place that right here. There we go. Alright, so Lara with the call for game 5 here. Only can't pick 12.
Let's do 11.
Gonna go 11. So we're gonna go to 11 here. Missing connection on the Caesar homestand. 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. No 11, but 12. All right, and gonna go with the green 9 on this to open this one up. Lara looking to get this game win. Caesar looking to get his first win of Super League. But realistically he's gonna need 3. So it's Caesar. The goal is to get to at least 5, if not more. All right, both looking through their hands here. We'll see what Lara starts with on this. Again, it's been a long series, and we're gonna be here for a while. Lara is typing this one out here to open this game. Still typing on this one. Alright, and it's ultimately going to be a ditto. That will be the way we start this one. Green skip, green 1. Wow, Caesar playing Lara's own card there. Looking to keep this one rolling. Alright, now we're running with the green here. Lara just keeping it cool with the green 5. And green 2 from Caesar. I mean, we're just kind of running the green at the moment here. Although Caesar with the possession arrow lead due to the double. Alright, Lara's out on the green here. Caesar keeps it going though with the another green 5, so both green 5s off the table here. Lara had the other one. Does Lara have a switch here? This was the last card that Lara played. We'll see. We're taking a second to figure this one out. Alright, and we got to switch into blue here, so that's the first switch of this one. Caesar gonna roll with it. I'm not sure if he's fine with that switch or not, because maybe could have had one more green left. We will see. Both are deafened now. Alright, another draw from Lara actually. So Lara is really weak on stuck on 2 color now. So that's not very good for them. And we get a ditto play from Caesar. Self ditto there. Lara gets a top deck here, but Caesar on a roll here, looking to get his first points of Super League. Getting this game win here will mean that Caesar will have a chance going into match day 5, although he'll want the win because that gives him a better shot. Alright, we do have to switch to yellow. Lara going to be able to play it here. I mean, it's been really weak on 2 colors here. Caesar's down to 2, though. I feel like he's rolling with the momentum here, looking to get the plan A, and there it is. Caesar has his first points of Super League, and at the very least will give himself a chance going into match day 5, although they'll want the full 3 points here. Lara still with a shot to secure their spot into the next phase, though. Needs to just win these next three, however, which with the way that one ran, could be a tall task here. But Caesar, you get your first points of Super League. Yeah. Any quick comments here? I'm not really gonna mention much on the game. That was kind of Plan A, but Eddie, your thoughts being able to get on the board here finally after a rough start and give yourself some life here as you don't have that 0 on the points anymore. Plan A again, nothing much to say. Not all wrapped up though. Needed one more to clinch a hope of making a miracle. Fair enough. For Lara, any comments here? Otherwise, we'll just go to game 6.
I had some +2s there that I could have used, but I was going to use them to switch colors after the Y6 or the yellow 6.
I see.
So I opted not to.
Alright, so a bit of hesitation there on Lara may have cost him there, but ultimately Plan A for Caesar gets the win here. We go to game number 6 here. It's gonna be Lara's call again.
Let's go lucky number 13.
We're gonna go up 13 here. Right, and red 9 will be what opens this one up here, so we'll see. I mean, Lara took a little bit to get the first play, wanted to look through their hand to start this one. We'll see if it's something similar here. Lara taking a second to look through. We will see what the first play is as we're just about to hit a minute. Alright, there it is, yellow 9. That'll be what we open up with. So I think it's the first time we've gotten the switch off the start. Haven't really seen that one before in this series. Caesar now taking a bit to figure this one out. Caesar is taking a while on this one. Perplexed by the color switch. Yeah, again, this is like kind of tough to fill in dead air here. Especially when I don't have a co-commentator. But again, both these players are just kind of been taking their time, and you know that's just kind of the pace they've been rolling with. Both looking to get the advantage here. We'll see. We'll see what Caesar has to play here, but he is taking a bit. We're almost at 3 minutes here with no play. There he is. Alright. And he's gonna switch back into red. So again, at least it's a minute per switch, it seems. Oh my god, we are just getting so many 9s here. Now it's really starting to roll. Gotta switch into blue. Green 9, it would be the rainbow. Caesar typing again. Going to be without Discord, by the way, but any post-game questions need to be typed. Okay. Okay. I'm assuming that's with the voice call. Alright, well, blue 5. So we are not going to get the rainbow here. We're running with blue. Alright, that's fine. I can take it out. Alright, so blue 5. And then for Lara, looking to keep it rolling here. Alright, well, blue 5, blue 6. Alright, looking to keep it going here, on the blue. Again, this is taking a while here. I think something's going on for Caesar here, so I mean, he did mention we'll be without Discord for any post-game comments, but yeah, running with the blues for now. Blue 3, blue 8. Now it's the red 8. So we do get another switch, and we are back into red. I wasn't liking the red at the start here. So we'll see what they end up doing. Red 4. Red 6. Well, yeah, again, the pace has like slowed to a crawl here at this point. So this is only game 6. Both just taking their time. But yeah. Alright, look at the type here. Oh my god, that is a huge run. That is why they took so long to type there, because that is the game. Insane. I was wondering why that one was taking a bit, but there's my answer. Wow, that is 8-card finish there. I really don't have much to say on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 2s, 3 reverses, and then a green 2 is the cherry on top. That is pretty wild. I really do not have much to say on that one. Just a dominant hand from Lara there. Uh, yeah, I don't know if there's really anything else Caesar could have done there. I don't think anyone was really expecting that one. All right, let's just go to game 7 here. I mean, honestly, like I don't got anything on that one. So we'll just jump to game 7 here. Yeah, plus 20 there because 2, 6, 10, well, plus 18. I think it'd be plus 18. Yeah, because 8's 14. No, it'd be a plus 20. I'm stupid. 10. Yeah. So, for some reason, I did the 4 twice. So that was a plus 20 on that one. So it would have been come back if Lara did not finish. But all right, we'll go to game 7. Lara has the call. Lara, what will it be? No, 12 or 13.
Go 14.
All right, we're gonna keep going up here. Lara is like in the high tier. Ooh, plus 4 start here. Free range here. Lara asking for the culture. Cesar says why not? We'll go with it. So we're essentially getting a 15 card start here. We get the Uno draw from Lara, Uno draw from Cesar. So always love the respect there. But we are now going with Lara here. So it's a double-edged sword start here. I mean, could go well for Lara, but also could backfire really quickly. We'll see. Yeah, they got free choice on anything on this one. This also takes out 1 plus 4 from the deck, so now there's only 3. Alright, well, we are at full send 1 here. If Lara wins, well, so Lara could do full send 2 no matter what, but, yeah. You're at a minute. At least that's kind of been the average for the first play in this series so far. Alright, Lara typing it up here. We'll see what the choice is on this one. Alright, we're gonna go with blue 3 here, so that will be the opening on this one. And no, Caesar, again, I talked about it with the double-edged sword. He's gonna deny the blue, we go into red. What will be the response from Larry? Just gotta roll with the red here for now. And we actually get a 0 switch here. Going into green, Caesar has been light switching all over the place to start this one out. We do see this sometimes on the higher tier starts, so not necessarily the most surprising thing. Alright, and Caesar's actually going to use Lara's own card to get the possession arrow lead now. Again, looking to get that 5th win. Was denied it from the last game from a monster hand from Lara. Will he be able to get it this time, or will Lara make it 4-3 and force it to game 8, mattering a lot for the points? Alright, green 4. Yeah, alright, so we're in the green. Lara gets to switch the red. Now we're picking it up a little bit here. And again, Caesar with the light switch. Caesar has been light switching a lot in this game here. Really just not settling for one color. I mean, ran green for a little bit, but I mean, again, another light switch. We go in the blue here. Again, he really wants his 5th game win to get 3 points. So we'll see. Only 2 ties have happened so far in Super League this season. We get a wild red here from Lara, looking to shake it up a little bit. Wild yellow from Caesar, though. He counters right away. Here we go. Now we're picking it up here. All right. So wild yellow here. Lara taking a second to think what they got to do to adjust on this one. This is being quite a slow. It's in a slower paced series, but a more methodological one. So you know, it's not necessarily always the most thrilling to watch in terms of the fast pace, but you know, there's a lot of thinking going on with this, which is always good. All right, +2 from Caesar here, looking to keep this rolling. I mean, again, for Caesar, would rather have this game 8B for helping limit his game differential rather than fighting for 3 points here. It is 5-9, so he has a good gap at the moment. Well, they're typing it up, looking for the response. Ooh, we got a big run here from Lara. That's actually going to cut the gap down considerably. It ties it, and we go in the blue with that as well. So we got a color switch in the middle of that to add to it. Also, we actually are going back to blue here. Another wild from Caesar. He has gone back to yellow again. 2 wilds for Caesar in the bank. Maybe a good hand he could be working with here. We'll see if Lara has another response here. Seen a good chunk, a decent amount of ammo here, but more of the runs here. Nothing on the wilds. You do get a wild here. I think that's 3 of the wilds have been. No, it's every single wild has been used. That was the last wild, and Caesar has a +4 as well. So now all the wilds are coming out in full force, and I think that wild green could have, even though we didn't really get them much, ultimately might have saved them there. Because I mean, Caesar did have that +4. Oh man, wilds are coming out in full force here. All the wilds are already gone. Only +4s remain. Yellow 7, nope. Decides to play it chill for now. We'll see what Caesar does on this one. It's just a really strong hand from Caesar. There's not much that Lara was going to be able to do on that. And Caesar's going to get the full 3 points. Lara is going to have to keep fighting in week 5 to get the security into the bracket phase. All right. Yeah, 9-2 on the +4s also. I mean, that's a big jump there. Caesar able to use that. I mean that's really strong on the Wilds that game specifically too. I think they were behind on that. I mean 1-2. I mean 2 Wilds, so it was a 2-2 split ultimately. So Caesar gets the win. Lara, I mean any comments on that one? I mean, I felt that was a bit of an inverse from the first game, except not really in the sense of runs, but just really a lot of strong ammo cards. Was there anything else you think you could have done there, or was that just going to be ultimately having you along for the ride?
Hold on, let me find it. Okay, when I played the yellow skip, yellow reverse, blue reverse, I could have instead played green reverse and then went into a green +2, but either way, I still would have iced myself on the color I went to. So I was gonna have to come back to it using my other wild, regardless. So not much I could have done there. I just had too many wilds.
All right. Fair enough. For Caesar, his comments, as long as I can dream, I will hope for the outcome. Now they cut back the -10 game differential by 4. Yeah, I mean, definitely for Caesar, needs to cut that game differential because that is definitely a big anchor for him right now if there is a tie. So I think a win here is going to be important, but ultimately not the end of the world if he can't get it. So final game, game 8, playing it for game differential at this point. Lara, what is the call to wrap this one out? Although I think I have an idea what it is.
Full send round 2.
All right, there it is, full send. Get the full send on this one. All right, and we will not get the wild this time. We'll get a green 5 to wrap this one up. This will be the last game of the series. Lara looking to make it 3-5 and not have too much of a game differential loss. Caesar looking to make up that gap because, I mean, the 7-1 absolutely killed him there. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, take it a second to work this one through. So with Caesar getting with Caesar getting points, that means everyone will get points no matter what the outcome is. Everyone has at least 1 point. Also is going to bump Brad to the bottom of the table here, and that's going to be the that's going to put him in a tougher. That's going to make the win more important here because basically now the matchup in week 5 is going to be an elimination game. Loser of that is out, and potentially if they tie, they could both be out. All right, well, we're running with the green for now. We do get a ditto off the start and a green 3 from Caesar. And there's the first switch. We go into yellow. Yeah, I mean, just kind of rolling with it right now. This is the last game of the series. Yellow skip, yellow 0. So that does give Caesar the possession arrow lead. And again, for Caesar, this game is important more in the sense of cutting the game differential down. Because I mean, if it's I mean, if it ends up being Lara that's on the cut line here, I mean, if Lara loses in week 5, and it's it has to be Caesar versus Lara because what's it called? Lara will be playing Nick, so that's going to be a really important matchup as well. So if Lara plays Nick and then loses that one, and then Caesar wins, that's the game differential is going to come down to there. And I think for Lara right now, well, they're going to go down to at least 4 right now. But if they get this win, if they do get this win, then I don't actually think it would be possible for well, actually no, because Lara could lose badly, but it's gonna make it way more difficult for Caesar because then it's 4 to -8, so that's a 12 game gap, and you need a massive swing on that one. So that would still put Caesar in a bad spot. But But that's if Nick would win that matchup. So, again, a lot to talk about in Super League Live with KT and R going into week 5. A lot of the interesting scenarios are going to play out in this one. But we are running with the yellow still, playing the numbers now at the moment. Cesar with the possession arrow lead still. So we keep the numbers going down. Alright, well, 3-card run from Lara here. We go into blue now, and that actually will give them the lead. Cesar will be able to play it. So that 3-card run actually gives Lara the lead back, and it's not possession arrow lead, it's an outright lead here. As we're running plan A on both sides still at the moment. Alright, blue 0, blue 5. We are just keeping the numbers going here. Been a long series, but with how these last few games have been, could be running a bunch of plan A's here at this point to wrap this one up. Blue skip blue 7. That's going to give a further gap for Lara. They are slowly building their way to the finish. Oh, and a massive +4 from Cesar. Gets his 10th. And we get a 4-card run here to go down to 4. And we end on yellow as well. That's his 10th +4 of the game. So I mean, Cesar able to get the differential really when he needs it. I mean, he was in a position where he would take anything, and he was able to get a big +4 gap in this one, so he's able to use that to its full potential here. Maybe could make this one 6-2 rather than 5-3. Green 4 from Lara. I think it's a good call there. Cesar switched off the green. But actually has the cover with that one. Goes back into the yellow with the yellow 4. Now what does Lara do here? Only 2 +4s from Lara so far in this series here. They're hoping they can find a third somewhere. Potentially. For Cesar, he's looking to wrap this one up and make it 6-2 final. Lara is typed in, so they are going to think on this one. And there's this third +4 from Lara there, so gets the first of the game and third of the series, and they're gonna do it into green. They're liking the idea of the green here with Cesar potentially not being that strong on it. Another switch into yellow right away. Does Lara just roll with the yellow now after tying it up here, or is there no yellow to be found for Lara? No, they cross over into red, so they had the option covered. Question is now, what can both players do on red? We haven't seen this in a bit. Immediate slap in the face from Cesar here with the +2. And that will give him the lead here for the 7. Now what does Lara do? Because now they're back behind by 2.5 here. Kind of similar spot to where they were before. Lara looking to get something going here. Typing something up here. We saw what happened before with a long type, where it was It was a 8-card run to the finish here. I'd be surprised if we get something like that again. But we've also seen Lara just take their time to think about the next play. Ooh, we got a wow, is that the hold on. Oh no, wait, it was another finish. Oh wait, no it wasn't. Never mind. The +2 kind of threw that one off, so alright, well, I mean that gives Lara life back in this game, but I was about to say that was the same mistake we saw before, but no, the +2 actually came in there at the right time for Cesar there. Um, it's a +6 his way, so that gives him a safety line at least. But another thing is, I think the way that played out, I think the last 2 cards are whatever Lara got on the +2. And we're gonna go back to red, so we'll see if this one works out. Lara's typing it out here. Red 8 Uno. Will the 2 cards that Lara had on the +2 be red? Or will Cesar have something to block this? Red 2, does Lara have the finish? No, one short. They're in top deck territory now, so still in danger for Cesar at the moment. Just staying cool with the reds. Lara with the red 0. Doesn't call Uno. There it is. Cesar maybe called a little off guard by that, but I'm not sure there's going to be a finish here. Cesar draws, thinking there's no switch on the 0. Or maybe could be out on red also, we'll see. And no switch on the 0, so we keep going. Again, Lara's still in a good spot here because I mean, this is like the top deck area where like you could benefit off the top deck here. Cesar, I think, is just out on red here. Lara looking for something big, will not get it, has to draw again. And the draws keep on coming here, and we are stuck on red 0. Alright, well, Draw City keeps on going here in this last game of the series. Draws keep on going. Someone looking to break it. Especially trying to get out of that 0. I mean, that 0 is tough to switch off of, so. Ooh, the +4. Lara finds the +4. Maybe a little bit too late on that one, but gets out of the draw city and goes in the green. Now that puts Lara down to 3, and Caesar's up to 14 cards. That is a whole lot to work with. A wild red here, so we go back to red. And there's going to be another draw. And Caesar's going to do a KT Classic here. Ooh, I don't know about that one. I mean, there's a pretty big gap at the moment. I don't know if I love that call. I think if it was closer, that would have been better. But I mean, it's currently, it was 14 to 3. So, and Lara just got a top deck. Lara could just get out of this right now with the 1. Alright, they will not, but I don't know if I love that call per se. Caesar continues the drawback here. Lara with nothing here. Red just does not seem very good right now. Gotta keep an eye out on the cards here. Caesar's at 17, can't go past 20. Alright, well, Caesar continues this draw here. Lara gets the top deck on the red 9. And that's gonna break it for Caesar here, so he goes out of it. Again, I don't know if I love that call in the KT Classic there. I mean, there was such a big gap already. And that could have gone. I don't really think Caesar got enough out of that to justify that one. So we're gonna have to see how that one plays out. But that could be trouble for Caesar here, especially if there was nothing he really got out of those few extra cards he drew. I mean, looking at the history here, it's 3+4s have already been used. There's still 3 wilds left though. Still +2s. Oh, still both +2s available on the yellow here, so that could be something to watch out for. Caesar taking a second here. I mean, a lot of cards to sort through at the moment here. 14 minutes here. We're running for another long one, and this one's ultimately not really going to matter besides game differential. Double there. Alright, +2, yellow 8. And that's actually an immediate switch from Lara here. So I mean, Lara went with one card on yellow, then immediately switches, especially after that +2. I think the thing for Lara here is, yeah, I mean, blue and yellow still have +2s available here. Green and red are out. Oh, we just had a long draw on red, so I don't think we're going back there anytime soon. Although that's kind of surprising, though, because there's still a good amount of red that's available, so I'm not really sure where the reds are in terms of this deck. +2, blue 7, so Lara has one of them. +2's Caesar back after that one. 3 the 16. See if Caesar can respond here. Again, there's only one +4 left. So it's not looking good for Caesar at the moment here. Runs with blue 5, a wild from Lara, and I don't think that's a good sign at all. Caesar here goes into the green. Green 1, and I think at this point Caesar might be on his last legs here, as this series looks to potentially wrap up in a few seconds. Green 7, Uno. Does Caesar have a response, or is it just going to have to play it the way it is? Green 3, can Lara finish it off? Yes, and it's going to be another wild here, and that will end at 1656. It's going to be 5-3, so Lara salvages some game differential here. But Caesar gets his first points of the campaign and keeps himself alive in the hunt. So big congrats to Caesar on that one. Lara, any final comments on that one? A decently long series, but ultimately don't come out with the win, but not terrible on the game differential, and you're still in a decent spot to advance, and you got next week, of course, to get the job done. Your final comments here on this series.
Yeah, good set. Well played. Probably a few things I could have tweaked about my play to edge it out in some of the closer games, but yeah, I'm honestly, I'll take it. It's only a -2.
All right, so there's the question for Caesar here. Yeah, because I mean, again, with the schedule now, week 5, that matchup between Brad and Caesar is going to be interesting because the loser of that is out no matter what. And potentially if they tie, they could both eliminate each other. So that might be something to watch out for. But we'll see how that one plays out. It's going to be really interesting to see how that one works. Still only Gone is the only one who has advanced out of Group A so far. Acosta and Monkey have advanced out of Group B, so it's Background and Varigold who are fighting for that last spot. So those are going to be the main stories we follow for week 5. But yeah, now we're going Cesar here. And again, feel free to leave post-game comments for the write-up. But I think you know that. We'll see what Caesar's comments are here, and then we'll wrap this one up. Man, quite the series this was. I think I saw Cesar typing before, but I do not see him typing anymore now. There he is. Again, that's a big result for Cesar. He needed this one because a loss would have eliminated him, but this keeps him alive. This keeps him motivated to keep fighting. So, again, that Brad Cesar matchup is going to be super interesting because that could be one where they both be fighting for their lives, or they could both eliminate each other. So, yeah, Cesar entering week 5 at -8 instead of -6 is less than ideal. So my goal is to basically win at all costs. Just need some results to happen in other games with the chances there, and that's all I need to dream and hope. Which, yeah, sometimes that's all you need, hope and a prayer. But yeah, I mean, for Cesar, he's gonna need some results to go his way here. He probably needs Nick to lose. Yeah, because I mean, we're looking at the standings now. Caesar's gonna be at 3 points, but at -8. I mean, if Nick loses and Cesar wins, he's good to go. But if Nick wins, then it gets interesting because it's going to be fighting Lara for that last spot, and Lara is at a 4-game differential. Caesar's at -8, so Caesar would need to. The scenario would have to be like Caesar has to win in a 7-1, and then Lara loses 7-1, something crazy like that would need to happen. But that's not really the ideal scenario, so I think Caesar's going to be the biggest Lara fan now going into week 5, as he hopes to keep his hopes alive, and then Cesar looks to close out his side of the deal as well in match day 5. But that'll do it for us. Thank you all for watching this stream. Again, on behalf of our ref Nam, which again, thank Nam so much for doing the refing, our players, and everyone who came out to watch. Thank you all so much for watching. Congrats to Cesar on getting his first points of Super League here, as we now go into a very exciting match day 5, as we're going to be wrapping up the group phase, and we will be seeing who advances and who is out. Until then, I'm G-Man, and we will catch you all for week 5 of Emery Uno, along with Super League Live coming up on Monday. Until then, thank you all so much for watching, and we will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace out and take care, everyone.
This has been a special presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1, Super League 2025.